Hello everyone, this is Akash Chauhan again, and in our previous lecture we were discussing about the data types in C++. We will continue with that lecture today, but where we have left in the last lecture, we will continue from there. So without any further ado, let's start. Uh, if you remember that we were talking about, you know, data types in C++, and especially we have reached to this point that we have written a C++ program and we have executed that program, and we got to know the size in bytes for each data types we have used in the program. So for example, we say in case of what to say, in case of character it takes 1 byte, if you remember. In case of short integer it takes 2. For integer it takes 4 bytes. The whole data we have written here is in bytes format. For long integer it takes 8. For float it takes 4 bytes. For double it takes 8. And for white characters, it is my machine is based on 4 bytes. Okay, generally it is 2 byte, but it depends on what version of the compiler you are going to use, and the configuration of your system also affects the byte proportion for your data types. Okay, if you remember, we have also discussed about a chart earlier. Let me So this is the chart we have discussed earlier, in which we have discussed about the primary data types, user-defined data types. We have not explored the user-defined and the derived data types here. We will explore in subsequent lectures. But in our previous lecture, we have discussed a little bit about the void. It's a valueless data type. These are all primitive types. We also call them inbuilt data types. It means they are created by the compiler. Even you are not supposed to use the name as a variable name. Int, you cannot use a variable name because a compiler will will tell you that I have reserved this keyword as an inbuilt data type. If you are going to use, try it out. If you try to use inbuilt data type, the compiler will show you the error. We have used long integer for larger values. We have used float for floating point, where we are going to use decimal like this. For double, we are going to use larger set of values, which we cannot store in the floating point, because floating point is 4 bytes and the double is 8 bytes. We have also discussed about the white character. In my case, it is not 2 byte, it is 4 bytes. I have also mentioned about that. 4 byte means it can also store different characters, special symbols, which 1 byte was not enough to store. Okay, because the character can store 1 byte data. As we have discussed earlier, this character is a 1 byte data, right? So something was there that the character was not able to store some kind of symbols or data. Let's say we have Japanese language, we have German language. Then these are very specific languages, so the ASCII codes and the standard codes wouldn't be stored in the 1 byte data. We have to define a different kind of character array, or we have to decide some ASCII value for the different languages or the symbols we are going to use. So the things could be different. To store those data, we cannot store in the character. So we do use like void character. Okay. Uh, um, so let's explore the character a bit. So character is, as I discussed, character is 1 byte long. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to explore each and every primary data type in detail with example, so that it will be easy for you guys to 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 get along with these data types. So character is 1 byte long. 1 byte long means it is 8 bits long. Okay, 8 bits long means if there are 8 boxes, 1 to 8, and it is in binary format, it means at one place if it is a binary format, then only two possibilities we have. Either it can have uh, it can has 0 or it can has 1. Okay, so each box in those 8 bits, it means one bit is here. Okay, one bit can either store 0 or 1. So if you apply permutation combination over here, then you will get to know the possibilities of the values could be 2 from here, two values 0 or 1, 0 or 1, 0 or 1. So we can multiply the twos, okay, coming from the possibilities coming from these 8 bits. So the total value would be 2 to the power 8. Okay, this is the simple mathematics we have used. So let's say if it can store 0 or 1, so the first possibility would be if we can place 0 at each and every bit, so it would become like this. Okay, and we can change the code like this. It would be 1, and at the end the data would be like this. Okay, it would be how much to the power 8, right? No, it is not, because it has started from 0. It means the value, this value would make 2 to the power 8 minus 1. So this is the range of these the value, positive value it can hold. Okay, so this is about the character. But I think I have not mentioned this that the character is divided into two parts. Okay, the first one is the signed one, or we say the default. Okay, and the second one is the unsigned. We will discuss about why we have divided the character data type into two parts. So let me give you a brief. So in case of signed character, let's discuss first the signed character. So we have to assign the very first or the most significant bit as a signed bit. If it is 0, it means it's a positive number. If it's 1, it means it's a negative number. So if these bits are fixed, the most significant bits out of 8 bits are fixed, then we have only 7 bits left. Okay, so if we make possibilities out of this, then the possibility could be it is fixed that 0 would always be at this place, and we have the possibility of uh you know 0 0 0 0 0, let's say 5 6, and at most we have this possibility of 0 and 7 times 1. Okay, it means the total number of possibilities has divided into two parts. This is for positive number. In case of negative, we have two possibility. One is always fixed. In case of max and minimum, this is the max limit, this is the minimum limit. Okay, for that the minimum limit would be this. This would 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, this would be -1, and the maximum limit would be minus 2 to the power 8, because it is fixed. Okay, sorry, this would be 7 instead of 8. Okay, so this is about the signed bit. Okay, so these are the possibilities. I have written the same thing here. So the possibilities would come from here is 0 to 2 to the power 7 minus 1. Why? Because we have counted 0 in positive number, so it is the same, little mashed up. uh, so it is the signed character. Then what is the unsigned character? Unsigned character, let's discuss. Unsigned means we want to assign maximum values to the data type. It means we don't want to divide it's a positive, it's a negative. We want to assign all the values as a whole number. It means the character can hold 2 to the power 8 values total. So we want that the data type can hold 2 to the power 8 maximum values for sure. So in that case, we will forget about this mechanism here. Okay, so it would be simple 1 byte 1 byte equal to 8 bits. The starting and ending would be here. The minimum number would be 0. Okay, it is the least or the minimalist number in the whole number category, or the positive number, the lowest possible number. This is to the power 8 minus 1 because we have started from 0. If we have started from 1, then the data would be something like this. Okay, so this is about the unsigned character. So in case of unsigned character, the range would be 0 to 2 to the power minus 1, right? So this is about the unsigned character, but how to implement this? How to implement signed and unsigned character? Okay, so to implement the implementation of this is like this. If you are going to use a signed character, okay, in case of signed, either you are going to use signed character a equal to, let's say, this. So this is not there, only colon is there. So, or you don't use anything at all. This is optional. This is optional. In case of unsigned, you have to use unsigned character a equal to, this is mandatory. This is mandatory. Okay, so if this is mandatory, it means the signed, if you write signed or not, it will consider it's a signed character. If you are right, if you choose unsigned character, it means you said that I'm not going to assign any negative value to the character. It means you use every bit for the whole number or for the positive integer. Next we have in a category, we have void. So void is something, it's a valueless. We have discussed about the void, it's a valueless. So we generally use void in function, right? And we return nothing. It means we are just getting out of this function. We will also discuss about when we are going to discuss the function in the next unit, or maybe in this unit itself. So it's a valueless function. The next one is the boolean. Boolean, we all are aware. Boolean, we use bool in C++. Always remember that. It could be false. Okay, right, is 1 or 0, anything. Character, we have also used the sign. Okay, it could be, it can hold positive values, it can hold negative values. Unsigned is use all the values in the character or the data type we have. The values here have divided into two parts. The range would be 2 to the power 7 minus 1, right? And here the value would be minus 1 to 2 to the power 7 minus 2 to the power 7. Why this thing is there? Because we are counting from 0. Okay, the 0 is in the positive, the lowest positive integer. So short is, the 2 byte long, 2 byte long short integer. Okay, so in case of short integer, we have to write short integer. Okay, so if we simply write short, it will consider it's a signed bit. It means the half of the values will be assigned for positive values and the negative values. If we don't assign unsigned at here, so the unsigned would be unsigned short. Okay, so we write unsigned like this: unsigned short and then the integer. It means for 16 bit, it means 2 bytes. 2 bytes means 8 multiplied 2, it means 16 bits long. The data we have, then the possible numbers would be 0 to 2 to the power 16 minus 1. And the data, total number of data would be 2 to the power 16. This is the range. Okay. Integer, again, we have 4 bytes. Okay. In case of sign, it is divided into again half and half. So in case of integer, can you write this? If we have 2 to the power 16 for the unsigned, for the signed, we have to assign the half of the values to the positive integer and half of the negative. In case of unsigned, we are going to assign 4 bytes, means 32 bits. All these 32 bits would range from 2 to the power 32 minus 1. Okay, and the total number would be 2 to the power 32, right? We are saying we are going to assign all those values for the whole number, whole positive number. It will, that's why the range is 0. There is no negative number involved here. So this is about the integer. Let's discuss about the float. Oh, sorry, long. So long is something which has 8 bytes. It stores the integer itself, but the larger values that the integer is 4 byte cannot store. So it is 8 byte. It means the possibility is 8 cross 8 equal to 64. So in case of signed bit, the data would be divided into two parts, half of the data for positive and negative. But in case of whole number, the data would be 2 to the power 64 data we have. So in case of long, if you pay attention, signed long integer could be simple, but definitely we use long for storing the large numbers. This would be the maximum value. Why? The long can store because it range from 2 to the power 64 minus 1, but the actual data it will hold to the power 64. This is the total data, right? But the range would be from 0 to, because it is going to store the whole number. Let's discuss float. Float is where we are going to use the decimal point. Okay, but with the float, if it is going to store the value of 4 in 4 byte, it means it has some precision digits. Precision means it will only give you the correct answer up to certain digits, like in this case it is 7 digits. So after 7 digit, it somehow round up those 7 digits and it will give you some vague output. So in case of float, you only expect to get 7 significant digit precision result. Okay, the correctness would also be till the 7 significant digits. Okay, the precision would be like that. So we have also discussed about the double. So in case of double, it will store, okay, like it is 4 byte, it is 8 bytes long. It means 8 cross 8 means 64. Then the range of uh, float would be to power 64 minus 1. So these are again 2 to the power 64, but in case of double, the precision is quite high. The precision is almost twice the float size, because we have used 4 byte, here we are going to use 8 byte. It means it should give you the good precision, right? It should give you the, it gives you some around like 15 significant digits precision. It means after decimal you can expect to get the correct result up to 15 digits after decimal. Okay, because it give you, but generally it varies from system to system in my understanding. Okay, but somewhere it will fall around 15, 16, 70. In my case it is 50. So we have left with one, the white character, I think. So white character is 4 byte long. Again, this is system or the compiler specific. The configuration may vary according to the system or the compiler. So it will be differ. It could be different in at some other student laptop. Okay. So in case of 4 byte, the range would be again 2 to the power 4. 8 cross 4 means 32 minus 1, right? So this is the range for white character. To store the white character, we have a specific way. We have to use this as a data type, and we have to append capital L like this before the character you are going to use. Generally, we don't use such a simple character. We can store the ASCII value for such a character, but we generally store values like different symbol, like Hebrew language, something like anything, any letter that can, that belongs to different language can be stored in the uh, white character. Okay. So what I have done, I have written a simple program including all these data types, and I have executed that program in my Ubuntu. Okay, so it is a very simple program, and you guys can also execute the same program to get the result. I would suggest that you guys also must execute the same program or similar program to understand the basics of these data types. Okay, so like for example, we have this program. Let's understand this program. It is very simple program. So I have used integer. So integer can be used as a age. Okay, where can we use integer? As a salary we can use. So it's a whole number. Okay, we have also discussed for the positive integer. In this case it is a signed integer. It can be, it means the half of the values are decided to be allocated for the positive and the negative both. Okay, if we have assigned somewhere unsigned here, okay, then the range would be for the integer 0 to 32 minus 1, right? This would be the range. Floating point, again we are going to use decimal, and the 7 significant, most significant, the after decimal digits, the precision would be there. Here we have double, in double we have 15 significant precision digits. Character we are going to store like this. It is very simple. Here we have to append L before any character we are going to use, and this is the data type. This is symbol we don't know. This is Hebrew language. We are going to use the Hebrew character in, so we cannot store in the simple character because it's just a 1 byte long, and in 1 byte the ASCII value we can store are very limited, not every, because we have only 0 to 255 range, only 256 values we can store, different values. Okay, like A to Z, small a to z digits like 1 2 3. There are some limitations on that, but the standard characters which being followed by every country, so each and every country is decided to be stored in the 1 byte character. uh, Boolean we will use false or true in case of, so let's guess the output. For that it would be 13, for that it would be 85,000, for that it would be 6474, for that it would be somehow, it is the way to represent here, but compiler will result you somehow like this. Keep our maybe somewhere 12. White character, it will give you the ASCII value maybe 1500 somewhere. Boolean will give you 0 in case of false. So I have executed this program and this is the output. Okay, so this is 1501. Okay, so 13 correct. This is character, so use plus. We are going to use 4.5, so we can increase. This is a 30. Okay, otherwise it would be 4 point e plus 12. Okay, for character h, and the boolean is 0. In case of true it would be 1. So I'm expecting that you guys should understand these data types in depth, so you can answer in the interviews as well. If somebody is going to ask you that what is the difference between integer and float, can you define at the binary level, can you differentiate what is the difference between positive and the negative integer? So there are many such questions. So so guys, do prepare all these questions, because in the practical I will be asking such questions. Okay, so do prepare such I will not ask any question what I am not teaching in my lectures. So you just need to be present in my lectures. Okay, so guys, this is all for today. Thank you guys. Let's meet in the next lecture and have a good day. Thank you guys.